up, YouTube? It's your brother YT. Wake 'em up, back at it again with another video. The job market is rough. The job market is tough. The job market is almost non-existent. It's hard to get a job. It's almost impossible landing one. And when you do get one, it's not what you think, or they let you go before you can even get everything rolling, right? Before you can even get yourself situated, you're already fired. Family, you already know what they're doing. If you're brand new too, thumbs up this video so YouTube can push this content out. Smash subscribe to join the tribe, and ring the post notification bell as well.
Please stop telling people to go get a job. Just go get a job. Everything is hiring. Stop telling people that shit. I got a story time. Okay. I started a new position yesterday. Data entry for a warehouse or whatever. Okay, cool. First red flag. I get to the warehouse. Boom. Nobody knew I was coming. The security guard was shocked. She didn't know I was coming. She had to go and radio and let the people know I was coming. Okay. Before the supervisors and team leaders came and got me, the security guard was a woman. And she told me, she was older. She was like, baby, this job has a high turnover rate. They don't like to hire people on. People don't stay here long. She was like, but, hey, you go get your own perspective.
If you're struggling in the job market right now, just know that you can be doing everything right and still not get the job. Your resume might be top notch, your interview skills ready to go, your networking, your referrals, everything is good, and you can still not get the job. There are so many factors that go into it, and it is not your fault if you're doing everything right. This market is honestly insane, and as a recruiter, because I am a recruiter, it's crazy to see how many qualified people are in the market and they're still not getting the job, still not getting opportunity. I'm talking highly qualified directors, executives, leads, all that stuff. So it's important to realize, like, be patient with yourself. Like, this job market is insane. It's about timing. It's about just, like, like when Oprah said, like, opportunity meets preparation and all that stuff. Like, it's just when the timing is right and all these other stuff, like, you can be qualified for the job and still not get it because of one reason or another. So, I mean, I can give tips and tricks like, oh, do this, do that. But at the same time, like, you can be doing this and that and still not get the job. And it truly sucks. But at the same time, I just want to give you guys more tips. And when the right timing does come around, y'all could snag that job up. So yeah, follow for more and we'll be on this journey together.
I don't know how I'm going to pay my rent in a couple weeks, and that's terrifying, but I'm trying not to be too overwhelmed about it because all I've known for the last year is stress. Employed people don't seem to understand that nowadays you have to know somebody to find a job. And since I was laid off after I moved halfway across the country to a city where I don't know anyone, it's almost impossible to even find a serving job. And if I'm evicted, I can't just go move in with a friend because they're all over 17 hours away. I have a car camping set up, so in theory I could stay in my car, but I recently found out that my 3-year-old car is no longer waterproof. I've applied to well over 100 jobs, and the only thing I get besides rejections are more spam calls, texts, and emails. I paid to be licensed as a substitute teacher, and out of the 12 schools I applied to, I only heard back from one, and it was a rejection. Instacart is full. TaskRabbit is full. Amazon Flex is full. I tried doing Uber Eats, but the only orders I would get would be to drive 45 minutes for $3, and then I still have to drive 45 minutes back, and then it's not even worth all of the gas that you just used. I've had more success making money off of TikTok, but even then it's not enough, and it's hard to be motivated to make videos when you can't afford to eat enough for your brain to function properly. And to film my quilting videos, I have to stand up because I don't own a desk chair, so every time that I try, I don't have enough energy to stand up. My life hasn't been worth living for quite some time. I miss feeling like I have a purpose. I miss being able to participate in life. I miss being able to do the things I once enjoyed. I miss being able to see my friends and my family. It would be so easy to say that I can't take the everyday stress and hunger and give up. And it feels impossible to keep believing in myself and believing that things are going to get better.
That's tough. People are losing hope. They've been strong for way too long. And there's no time frame on being strong. But what I'm saying is it's been a very, 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 very long time that these people have been saying, you know what, it's going to get better. Everything going to be all right. Month after month after month. Some people year after year. And you're like, man, but when will it get better? I know it will, but when? Right? And you never really know. You could be going through it for a season. And right now, this is the season of mass layoffs, being fired for literally no reason, not getting calls, even when you do meet the credentials, being overqualified. It's all of that.
Right now, we're kind of seeing two angles of the internet developing. You have people crashing out because they can't find jobs and saying AI took their jobs. And then there's this whole new wave of people creating things with AI that are now making the most money they've ever made in their life. Each protocol they're creating is like bringing in another 20K a month of revenue. There's dudes that are making millions a month from creating things with AI right now. So I think you're going to see that more and more. A major platform, it's called Go High Level. They just launched their own AI agent that's basically like your go-to sales guy that closes calls. He does voice calls. He literally texts people. He does all these different things for you. And it's kind of like, why even have a staff anymore? You can literally implement all these different AI people at different angles of your business, not really have to hire anybody. Brings costs down, and honestly they're more efficient because they don't take any breaks. So you really got to educate yourself right now, because I think you have less than 3 months left to create something with AI before it's starting to get like oversaturated and very hard to get rich, because all the money will be in one hand. Anywho,
Getting rejected by a job at 3 a.m. is wicked work. Like, that's what we doing? Riddle me this. Imagine you apply to a job. You get referral for the job. You know somebody, they put you D, cool. They reach out to you to interview for the job. You do the interview. For some reason, the interviewer is a little lost and confused. Talk about some, oh, I'm not typically on this side of things. I don't know what the hiring process is gonna look like. I don't know what hours they want the person to work. I don't know too many details, but I just know that they want to move fast. Oh, okay, red flag. The hell? Proceeds to ghost you for 3 weeks. Oh, so you reach out to inquire. You email a human being's email address. They send you the automatic rejection email at 3 a.m. I don't need to work. Like, I'm not begging for manual labor.
Might have been a ghost job. Companies have to make it seem as if they're hiring even though they're not. For her to get a rejection at 3 a.m. is wild work, like she said. That's crazy. You already know that they're not looking to hire. If you're automatically denying people, you have an auto-deny email that goes out to anybody that applies. I put the app in at 3 a.m. This is what she's saying, and I still got rejected. We know nobody is up at 3 a.m. checking the emails and going through resumes. We know that's not the case, right? Nobody's doing that. Nobody is that dedicated to their job.
Your CV is not good enough. It's not getting through the tracking system that we use in order to see if you're a good enough candidate. You're not networking enough. You're not putting yourself out there enough. You're not spending enough hours a day applying for jobs. Like, I'm tired of hearing it. No. Yes, we can take accountability as people that are looking for a new job opportunity or just work in general. But at the same time, why are we overlooking the fact that businesses are struggling? Businesses are not hiring. Businesses are outsourcing for cheaper labor. Why are we just going to glaze over that? And then on top of that, to be labeled by the media as I'm on the cusp of Gen Z and millennial, but saying that Gen Zs don't want to work, Gen Zs are lazy. Do you know how many people that I know in my circle that have been made redundant or that have been let go in shady ways, like myself, let go whilst doing redundancies in the company, but no, you're not going to get a payout, Casey. It is dodgy, and I am tired of it. And like I said in my other video, interviews are happening just as a formality, there's not even a real position. Interviews are just happening to get some competitor insights. These are real things, and I'm tired of it, and we should be annoyed about it. And then it's like, okay, well, what are you going to do? You're still going to have to work. Well, the fact is we can start talking about it. We can start talking about it, because why is everyone just glazing over like it's okay? It's totally normal to get to 250, 300 job applications, totally fine. Yeah, it's a tough market. It's highly competitive, especially if you're looking at one of the big companies. It shouldn't be like this. It really shouldn't. And we need to speak about it. We need to rant about it. We need to be annoyed. How do we make something change? I don't know. I'm going to Google it. I'm going to chat GPT. How do we change the work system in the UK? Because it isn't working. It isn't working. The amount of people that I see on LinkedIn with their open to work green badge who have been let go or who are looking for a job and just not getting anywhere, and who are sharing truly deep things that, you know, it does take a toll on your mental health. It does take a hit to your self-esteem. Why am I not hireable? I know I'm hireable. I know you're hireable too. The fact is, we can always put it down to, oh, there's going to be someone better than you. There's always going to be someone with more experience or someone that was more of a culture fit. Absolutely. But what about the things that are not being discussed? Like I just mentioned, the businesses that literally aren't hiring, the businesses that have internal candidates that they're just going to use, and they just have to do the whole formalities of a job advertisement. We are tired of it. We see what you're doing. We don't like it. And we're going to talk about it.
I'm either going to get this 6-figure remote job with great benefits, unlimited PTO that I'm on a mission to get, or I am going to start recording every single aspect in my life and come on TikTok and tell my entire life story and just be a full-time content creator.
I'm seeing this a lot too. People, well, I'm just going to become a full-time content creator. That's even harder than it seems. It's easier said than done, especially on TikTok. You got to get like 13 million views to make like a couple thousand. Like the payouts are not that good. On top of that, you have to get like 100,000 plays within the last 30 days, I think it is. Be 18 and have 1,000 followers, something like that. If you're in the TikTok creativity program, let me know. Clear that up for me. But it's something like that, isn't it? Moral of the story is, you have to know how to get views. People have to be entertained by what you're posting. That's easier said than done. Like if you're not doing it right now from the videos you're already posting, you're not getting a lot of traction and not going viral, then that won't work either. Even the full-time creators, they're looking for jobs right now because TikTok don't pay what you think or what most people think. I'm not saying it's impossible, but only 6% of TikTok creators are full-time. They're making enough off of TikTok to not have to work.
I need these companies to stop wasting my time, okay? Stop wasting my time. It is beyond disrespectful. It is annoying. It is frustrating. You're just wasting your time and my time. Like, what is the point of this? Because I just had my first interview post getting my offer rescinded. And if you guys are new here and you don't know, I accepted a job offer. And, you know, everything was confirmed. Background check went through. References check went through. Computer was shipped out. All those things. And right before I was supposed to start, the company goes through restructuring. And my role was eliminated before I could even start. Yeah, I know. Frustrating, annoying, angry, everything. I'm trying my best to move on, okay? Trying my best to move on. But I had a second round interview today, and this is actually my second round interview because I did the first round interview the same week that I received the job offer that rescinded. And when I did the first round interview, I thought we were vibing. The conversation was going well. It seems like they were a great fit for me. I was a great fit for them. I had the experience. You know, we were laughing, da-da-da. And then the salary question comes. And anytime someone asks me my salary range, I always throw it back on them and I say, is there like a budget that you're working with for someone in this role, in this position? Because I would hate to lowball myself, but I would also hate to X myself out of the running for a candidate if I like overshot, when a lot of like budgets, in my opinion, and salary is like negotiable. Like everything's negotiable depending on the benefits, depending on PTO, like all of that, right? So she tells me, there is a budget that we have in mind. Unfortunately, we're not going to be sharing it today in today's conversation. But I will say this, whoever is hired will get a raise in 6 months based on performance. And she just leaves it at that. So she says, okay, well, can I get your salary range? I said, okay, whatever. That was a little weird, but I still gave her my salary range. And I know for a fact my salary range was more than fair, okay? Like, more than fair. Like, if I can go into details, it was more than fair. Like, I'm talking, it was less, like, I lowballed myself compared to other companies I was asking for, compared to what the job offer was that I did receive, compared to what I was making from the job that laid me off, like. But whatever, that's neither here nor there. Not trying to compare. So I just was like, let me just kind of lowball myself a little bit. Let me just get in the door. There's always room for growth. There's always room for improvement. Like, I just need to get in the door, right? So I was willing to like work with the salary range that I stated, even though I know I'm worth more than that. But whatever, right? That's neither here nor there. And when she tells me, she's like, yeah, well, we're significantly under. So I said, okay, no problem. I understand. I get it. I'm thinking the conversation is going to end there. I'm thinking she's going to be like, okay, this candidate is not for us because we cannot afford her. She told us her range and we cannot afford her. Do you think the conversation ended there? No. It didn't. So they end up moving me on to the second round. And in the email, they said, we're going to move you on to the second round despite the salary discrepancy and whatever. So I said, okay, that's a little weird, but you know me, I want to see things out. So I said, let me just see, because at this point, I'm curious, because if you're saying I'm significantly like over than what you guys can afford, like how over am I? Because like I said, there's always room for negotiation, and everyone's opinion of over is different, or out of range is different. So I'm like, if it's just like a couple, like we can kind of make something work. Y'all, I get on that interview, and right before we get off that call today, he asks me if we talked about salary, and I said, yeah, we did. You know, she did tell me like the range that I had was more than what you guys were like trying to like spend. Do you mind sharing what that range was? Guys, this range was $40,000. $40,000. We're not even in the same ballpark, okay? Like, not even in the same ballpark. And you know what blew my mind is that in that job listing and in that conversation, you know what they said? They wanted someone with 2 to 3 years of media experience. They wanted someone who has worked with political marketing, political campaigns before, someone that has Google search experience, someone that has social experience. All these things that they listed, you're not going to get somebody for that amount with that experience. Like, you're not. You're just not. You could probably get someone at $40,000 that's fresh meat, right out of college, doesn't know no better, still trying to get a job in this job market. But what you're not going to do is you're not going to get someone at that rate with the experience that you're looking for. So now I'm starting to realize there are so many jobs that are out here wanting you to do 2,500 tasks and have 2,500 requirements, but can't afford for what they require. How does that work? How does that work? Can someone please explain that to me? Because this is not the first job that I've seen that's like that. And when I see jobs like that, I don't even bother applying, because like I said, no need to waste my time and no need to waste the company's time. But this time it was Uno reverse, clearly, and they just wasted my time, because I stated what my salary range was. And I stated like pretty much in that first round interview, she asked me, why did I ask that? Like, why did I say that was my salary range? And I went into details on what I thought I could bring to her company based on what she told me they needed and based on my own experience. So that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Whether you agree with it or not, so what? But don't waste my time if you know you're not even in the ballpark, nor nowhere near the range that I said. Like, genuinely, I don't even understand. It's like I have to call, like, did they just waste my time? Did they just waste my time? So I'm not sure if they're going to like come up. I don't know. I'll keep you guys updated if they come up on their salary. But I know this right now. If they send a job offer to me for that amount of money, I'm not doing it. Because I'm going to work like a dog for pennies, essentially, if you ask me. Like, that, mind blown. Like, never a dull moment. Truly, my mind is blown.
There you have it. Once you do finally get through, once you do get that interview, it's a job that's not even worth it. They'll waste your time. Sometimes they want to just get you in the interview and then they'll tell you the pay, which is crazy too. Like, that never made sense to me. They'll tell you, yeah, well, we're only offering this amount. You're like, that's not what I signed up for. I said I want to get paid between this, and this is below both of the pay rates that I was looking for. Yeah, jobs are wasting time now. They'll waste your time quick in a hurry and won't even care. It's sad, man. The job market is bad, man. Listen, family, if you made it to the end, I appreciate you for watching. Peace. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about this video. The job market is in shambles. When will it ever get better? We do not know. Peace. And to my Hebrew family, shalom. I appreciate you for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.